Cursed. Cursed. We all go a little mad sometimes.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
I saw the boogeyman. I saw him outside.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Tomb of Terrors with me, Old Man Brad. Whether you are new to the show or returning for another episode, thank you so much for giving me a listen. If you love the show, drop me a review on your favorite podcast app, or you can become a patron, patreon.com/oldmanbrad. Also make sure to follow on social media. Look for Old Man Brad on Blue Sky and Tomb of Terrors on Instagram and YouTube. And of course, make sure to follow me on Letterboxd because you want to see all the watches I do. All right, the month of action is here.
Weapons hot and one-liners at the ready, recruits. This ain't just some summer blockbuster vacation. This is the real deal. You've been chosen as part of an elite task force for the month of action.
Last year, I kind of combined the month of action. I did the month of Mattei last July. Not knowing the month of action was happening, I just they collided. So doing it again, I was like, what better thing to do than another Bruno Mattei movie? Because, they already played hand in hand here on the show. So this time I had to bring not just one, but two guests to talk about this movie. I have one, a returning guest, Brett from Dissect That Film. How you doing, Brett? I know you're excited to talk about this.
I am doing great. We'll see how I am by the end.
And we have a first-time guest to the show, someone I've met in person just recently at Horror Hound back in March. I want to welcome in Pete from Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, and If You're Up Late Enough, After Hours Cinema. How you doing, Pete?
Sarah, no time is a good time for goodbye. Oh, sorry. Sarah.
I feel like the movie should have just
That's what I remember
done
about
that.
this movie.
Yeah, that's the movie. Okay,
That's
it's
it.
great being here, Brad.
Great. Bye. Thanks, Brett.
Show's over. So I know you both have seen some Bruno Mattei movies. Brett, I know Cruel Jaws is your favorite.
It is, because it's the only other one I've seen.
It's hard to argue. That's a pretty good one.
I'm surprised I didn't have you on last year for the month of Mattei. Maybe you made this rage about Cruel Jaws. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'll let it slide. I won't ask him to be on.
More.
Timo Hulk Hogan is delicious. I mean, how could you go wrong with an Imperial March as you're leaving port?
Yes, don't get me started on that movie.
It's amazing.
But I guess I didn't say it at the beginning. Month of action, Bruno Mattei. We're doing Shocking Dark, aka Terminator 2, and amongst other names, Aliens 2, Alienator, Contaminator. Just like every other Italian film out there, there's 30 titles for them.
Killers of a Venice Beach.
Just one.
Just the one.
That's an interesting translation.
And also, this movie takes place in Venice, not Venice Beach. Like, what are we talking about?
But had either of you watched Shocking Dark previously?
So when you brought this up, I don't think I've seen this, and I didn't recognize the cover at all. And I got to the locker room scene at the beginning, and I went, I've seen this, because that locker room scene, as I said earlier, maybe not on the mic, but it is the gift that keeps on giving. Every time I went to go watch this, I'm like, oh, God damn it, I got to watch Bruno Mattei again. I don't like this movie. It's not any good. And I end up laughing my ass off at this locker room scene because it's so funny. The forced bravado as these jarheads are trying to pump each other up or be friends or
something. Yes.
These dudes looked like they worked at a costume shop and they were like, we need some of you to fight some aliens.
Should I say ball jar heads? Because of ball jars? Does anybody can? No, never mind.
No.
Never mind.
I know ball jars.
Before we dive too far into it, I will say we're going to spoil it, although there's not really a whole lot to spoil. It's a Bruno
movie
Mattei
came out in
movie.
1989, so
yeah, exactly.
It's like 81 minutes and it's 81 minutes long and 40 minutes too long at that.
I was going to say it's 81 minutes and it felt like 3 hours. But
Sure did.
We'll dive in and do all the official, let's talk Shocking Dark.
They thought they were fighting only against aliens. They were sure that they had won their battle, but they were mistaken. Shocking Dark.
In a polluted future Venice, researchers work to improve the situation. One day, unknown forces start killing them. A team of soldiers and a couple of civilians is sent to investigate. Soon they encounter strange, murderous creatures. Directed by Bruno Mattei under his pseudonym Vincent Dawn, which he used quite often. Written by Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drudy, who he worked with on many of his films in the 80s, early 90s. And Claudio, I mean, he did Troll 2, so that's where people know him. Stars Christopher Ahrens, Haven Tyler, Garetta, and many other actors that you'll never see again or know. But this came out in 1989, and it wasn't officially released in the United States till 2018 due to rights. I wonder what rights issues there were with this film. Or many of his films like Cruel Jaws and such.
Just pick a zombie movie that he did.
Exactly. Shocking Dark takes place in the year 2000 Venice. The algae in the water has suffocated all the oxygen and the world is dying. And all I could think about was like, algae in a water supply? What?
Yeah, what's that? Let's not look at the western basin of Lake Erie at all.
With some amazing signage telling people to keep out of Venice as we start off our film. And as you said with the opening scene, you can do nothing but laugh at this movie as you're watching it. Like for real. You cannot take this seriously.
Stitch. The whole thing is people are reading off the cute. The gal that shows up on the TV later with an exposition as the exposition fairy is reading straight off of a cue card. Badly at that.
She's literally constantly looking off to make sure
and she she mispronounced because it's the Tubular Company,
tubular.
And I think she says at one point Turbular Company as she's it's in front of her reading it, but yeah.
I was waiting for her to say turd burglar.
Haven Tyler, who plays Sarah, is probably one of the worst actors I've ever seen.
She's bad
on screen. Nothing is compelling about her character, and she is supposed to be the Ripley of this movie because, of course, this is a knockoff of Aliens. It's a knockoff of Terminator.
It is?
More Aliens.
I would have never guessed it was a knockoff of Aliens.
It's a straight up ripoff, people. Like, it's literally some plot points are just like, wow, they just did that, but
they copy and pasted full paragraphs from the movie script into this film.
And what's funny, this isn't the only time Bruno Mattei would take from Aliens. His final movie, Zombie: The Beginning, he legit I think he just had the script for Aliens and was like, okay, guys, just read off of this.
But it says Aliens on it. Like, you didn't even take the front page off. It's just an actual script.
He wrote it in crayon over it.
I did the script, guys. You guys should hear. This is what we're going to do. No, this is full on ripoff. I mean, even Garetta, like her character is, you're like, wow, they didn't change.
She's somewhere between
anything.
Vasquez and the Colonel.
Nope. Yes.
I forget his name.
She is, but she's not at the same
time.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not
comparing her at all whatsoever.
That introduction is awful because like you're expecting like no one is paying attention to her. She's trying to act all tough and she's like talking shit and like you got the one guy who's using the nunchuck and he doesn't even
back
look
to her
way at all.
What the hell was that guy in the background using nunchucks?
I don't think he was in the movie after this. I don't think he was one of our main guys.
I had a feeling he was like in tears laughing at this whole scene, which is why his back is to the camera the entire time. I'm like, he couldn't keep a straight face. Like, just turn around. Stop it.
Nope, I can't. And I know you'll be surprised, Brett, but the actress who played Sarah, this was her only movie.
Wow.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, shocking.
I know you're surprised.
As shocking as the title
most
of this movie.
of these people's one and only movie. I mean, at least Greta, what?
Greta.
She went on to direct a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she was in Demons, and this was her second Bruno Mattei film. She was in Rat's Night of Terror as well.
I haven't seen that one.
That one's actually not too bad. Like it's entertaining. It's very entertaining.
This was entertaining. I had a great time with this stupid movie.
Oh, it's a stupid movie.
I'm going to tell you, I did not.
Oh, no.
This movie bored me to tears because at least with Cruel Jaws, there's a lot more funny moments. Like, of course, because I'm a big Jaws fan, it's funny to laugh at like the fact that they're ripping off like every Jaws movie. It wasn't just the original, and
and scenes right out the movie.
Yeah, you got the funky like sock puppet shark and stuff. Like it's funny. It's enjoyable because it's funny and because of how bad it is. This movie is boring. It bored me to tears because every time we got into a situation, it's just the same thing. It's like they're pinned down, they're getting shot at. Nothing.
And they shoot back.
They meet the monsters and they literally just do the same thing to every monster. Like there's no like tension. There's nothing that's like, wow, this is at least I'm getting something out of it, where it's just like none of the characters are so bad that it's just I just want them all to get wiped out. I'm waiting for Terminator Man, who is probably the second worst actor in this movie behind Sarah, because I mean, at least he's talking like a robot. I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think he was doing it because he was a robot, but he is literally reading every line like this, and nothing is scary, and it's just, oh man, and the screaming.
So much screaming. There's more screaming in this than most anime, and wow, like
screaming Sarah over and over again when we have our Newt character who is like Sarah,
who's like an 18-year-old girl, by the way.
Was she that young? I pegged her as like 27.
Yeah, she probably
You're supposed to be a
probably like 35. Like,
yeah, right.
This is one of the first Bruno Mattei movies I ever watched, like many years ago, before I like really kind of got into the whole shtick of it. And first time I watched this movie, I absolutely hated it. I was like, I think on my letterbox, I was like, oh, cool, we watched Aliens. Let's like a movie. And then partway through, you're like, oh, wait, I like Terminator too. Let's make that also. Which, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That left turn at the end is just... So I did watch this earlier, years ago, but I don't think I ever made it to the end. Maybe I did fall asleep. Just like Brett did, probably. Did you fall asleep in this one, Brett?
The first time. I had to watch this twice.
All right, yeah, I watched it twice. And when we got to the end on this first rewatch, it's like, what? They're seriously doing Terminator here. It was great. And they just kind of globbed a big old tin can on his on his eye to make him look
part of his face, and it should be like an empty like metal socket in there, but instead it's just a bunch of wires. I'm like,
wires covering his eye and everything, like an eye patch. Like the effects in it are awful. Like the monsters are just like this rubber mask that I think they only shot maybe 2 scenes of it and just kept cutting that same monster face opening its mouth in over and over again.
They had at least 3 of those suits though, didn't they? Because I thought there was a shot where there were 3 of them
maybe
in one scene together. Much like them, where with the giant ant movie, they only made 3 of those.
They really lit it very poorly, so you couldn't see them. Probably on purpose.
That's probably for the best. Yeah.
You say poorly, but for them, that was the best way to light it.
Their sound wasn't any better because they weren't There was no post. It was all just like,
No, it was
make sure you
in.
talk loud enough so the mics pick you up. There are no second takes.
Let's scream a lot so it literally pierces your brain stem. Like, I want it. Like, that's the thing is I go into these movies expecting it to be bad.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going into this expecting something great and then being like, wow, this movie is a pile of garbage. No, I knew this movie was going to be bad, but I just want to have fun with it. That's the thing about Cruel Jaws is like, I give it a bunch of crap, but like, I would watch Cruel Jaws 1,000,000 times over ever watching this movie again, because at least that one has fun factors to it. Like, when the woman dumps the gasoline on herself, like the chick from Jaws 2, and then the boat blows up.
I love that scene so much.
And the Star Wars theme plays right before all that happens. Hilarious. That scene alone is better than this entire movie, because at least we had the goofy characters, the fun, like they were like, hey, remember that mob plot in Jaws? Yeah, we're going to put it in this movie. It's like, this movie is just doing the same things that Aliens and Terminator did, but just on such a bad level that you just like, if I wasn't watching it for this show, I probably would have stopped watching it, because it's just not fun. I'm not having fun. And I'm sorry, Brad. I don't want to be the guy who comes out here and absolutely annihilates this thing, but it's just, give me something fun.
I agree with you on that level. This is one of my least favorite Mattei movies that I've ever seen. And I've seen a whole host of them now. But this could have been just stupid fun. Like, you have the one, what are they? They're the Mega Force guys. I love that they call them Mega Force. But he's like the surfer dude. Like, you could have like leaned into a whole host of things with these characters that you had and really made it. I know they were trying to make it serious, but you could have just had fun and just went with it.
I'm not sure they had the chops to make it fun. I think they were earnestly trying to act their way through this, and sadly, they just didn't have it. They were every last one of them was just. I felt bad for these people. Not that they were being paid to do a job, and they were just not up to snuff. Oh, stinky performances. But I did find it charming in a way where, I mean, they are doing their best. They're not taking second shots. They're not. Mattei is not going, let's try that again from a different angle. No, this is one shot wonder. And if they flub up a line, so be it.
Yeah, we'll just leave it in there.
Roll right through it. And I found that charming in a way that just tickled me. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this a lot, but I'm glad I watched it. I had a good time.
It's bad. It is the epitome of, this is truly a bad movie. I do wish they would have kind of done more of the alien creatures. And even though they looked bad, like, throw them in there more, just because it would have been entertaining.
We got plenty of arms grabbing people, and mussing their hair. That was really funny.
There's one of them, you could tell when the tentacle hits, I think, Goretta, you can see her grab the end of it and pull it around her own head so it would like wrap around.
This is Ed Wood stuff, guys. I mean, there's a charm to it. A sad charm, but it's there.
And in that, because, I own the Blu-ray because I'm that.
Because you're that guy.
That cover
guy.
looks so cool.
It does, doesn't it?
Half of a movie that was as cool as that cover.
There's an interview I watched the interview on it with the screenwriters, Claudio Fragasso and Rossella Drudy, and how they were talking about, basically, they kind of hated this movie. They were just hired by this producer who wanted to make an alien movie. Make it like Alien. So, okay, yeah. Give me the alien script. Yeah, I'll type this up. All right, cool. And they're talking about how they hated how the monsters look and all this. Like, they were just hired to write this, and they didn't even know it was going to be released as Terminator 2. They were like, what? Because everything that they were told, it was called Shocking Dark, and then the name got changed so that, I mean, like a lot of Italian movies, names change overseas because it'll make a lot more money if, it's tied to Dawn of the Dead or something else in the American movies.
This was the first Terminator 2 because the actual Terminator 2 wouldn't come out for 2 years.
Yeah. Technically, would that make it Terminator 3?
Carpenter ripped off Mattei, huh?
You mean
Is that
Cameron?
Cameron? Sorry, Cameron.
He did.
My bad.
He watched Shocking Dark and went, oh yeah. Although if he watched it, he was like, huh, I sense something very, very familiar about this movie. I just can't put my finger on it.
It's like, let's not rip off one Cameron movie. Let's rip off two Cameron movies. The Double Dipper. And we're going to take the poster for Terminator 2. We're going to make it look like Terminator. You got to stop, Bruno. You got to stop.
As I was watching, I was waiting for some scenes like, the knife scene, because the guy is an android, but then instead of making him like the Bishop character, they're like, oh, we'll make him an android, but we're going to turn him into the Terminator instead. Like the knife scene, or I wanted the girl to be like, they only come out at night. They mostly come out at night, mostly. But instead, she was Sarah.
Oh, my God.
I think that was her only line, wasn't it?
It might have been, actually.
Although she did have some speaking lines, and I can't quite put my finger on what accent she was trying to do or how many she was trying to do. She slipped between Russian and
I think it was mostly
Italian.
I think it was mostly Italian. I think anyone who had an accent in this movie is probably Italian.
You would think. I don't know.
It's baited.
Well, there was the one guy. It was Lieutenant Frazzini, who literally 100% is an Italian.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even have him change his voice. He was just like, "You're an Italian. We'll give you an Italian name."
Greta threw a racial slur at him earlier in the film too. Oh my God!
So did Surfer Dude.
Whoa! Yeah.
Samantha. That's the Newt character.
Oh, that's the
name.
Newt proxy. Sure.
I think this was her only film as well.
This movie had a lot of scenes where people are just walking down hallways, and it takes like 5 minutes each time we get a scene like that, where it's just the group kind of slowly just walking down a hallway, and the camera's like in front of them, and they're just walking. And I'm just like, this is gonna like change angles, right? Or we're gonna have like a conversation with characters as they're walking.
Yeah.
We're gonna have any of that, right? No. Oh, we're just gonna watch them walk. Okay, all right. I'm gonna take a nap real quick. Wake me up when something happens.
None of the steam that was being pumped in interest you at all. The sparks that were happening randomly.
This is an actual freaking factory where if someone actually touched one of these pipes, they would be burned. That's
probably
probably
I believe it. Yeah. Or they get lead poisoning. I'm sure nothing coming down that warehouse was safe.
No.
A friend of a friend had keys at night. Being like, all right, I can get us in tonight. You just got to film really quick
and clean up after yourselves.
Yeah, don't make a mess, please. That's why the aliens didn't do too much, because they couldn't make a mess and have to clean it up.
They had to stay in one spot.
Yeah,
the locations was really cool. I mean, wherever they were filming, that was a cool looking place. Like that clearly was a real warehouse or a real factory.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Plant or something.
So I enjoyed that. The location filming isn't ever easy.
Unlike the command center for the Tubular Corporation.
I'm just saying to myself, why is this guy yelling like all the time? You have like a mic. Like you don't have to scream when you're calling for someone.
Well, I feel that's like my kids. When my kids are playing video games with friends, like they're always loud as can be with their mic right by their mouth. I'm like, I cannot imagine being on the other side.
You're like, Jesus, man, back up.
Microphone discipline. Come on.
Obviously, I've watched quite a few Mattei movies to this point, and
so sorry.
He has many films that are just stupidly entertaining. Like, if you've ever seen RoboWar, I know, Brett, you haven't seen RoboWar, but RoboWar is a ripoff of Predator, but it's entertaining. It's stupid.
That's all
it's terrible.
I want from these movies. That's what I talk about with the public domain horror movies. Like, I know they're going to be bad. I know every time. But you want to know what the biggest issue with those freaking things are? They're boring. They're straight up just boring. And that's what this movie did wrong. It was boring. Where at least Cruel Jaws, like I said, Cruel Jaws was like, it had something to it. It made me laugh because of how stupid it was. This movie is not even bad enough to make me laugh at how stupid it is.
Oh, spicy.
He just wants to laugh at it.
I hate being like this. It's been a while since I've been like this.
I like
because
this.
I have watched a lot. I've watched a lot of bad movies over the last couple years movies that I probably wouldn't have watched before doing podcasting, but I don't know. I like throwing on a dumb movie and just having a good time. Like I usually invite friends over. Like this would have been a perfect movie to watch with people, but the problem is even after watching, I was like, I don't even think we would have been paying attention. Like I think we would have just gotten into a conversation because of how just nothing this is.
There are many lulls in the movie where you kind of get a scene where you're like, okay, this is fun, and then it just kind of, okay, we're gonna go back to,
like, if you want to keep people's attention, you need to just constantly have something going on, because no one's going to give a crap about the story when your acting is as bad as it is. We talk about Winnie the Pooh, like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Acting, it's subpar. Most of it's bad. But at least I'm entertained by the things that are happening. Like we have the villains. We have even the story was okay. Like it was it brought me somewhere. This is just a bunch of people talk. Like I swear to God, all these people probably met that day. All these
most
actors,
likely.
they literally were brought in. They had just
There was
met
no
each
table
other,
read.
and now it's like there was no table read.
No table.
No,
Absolutely
no.
not.
Might have been a phone call between a couple of them.
They were just handed the script that day.
It was an index card. Like
There's
here.
no script. Everybody got 3x5s. Here you go.
Yeah.
Have you seen Aliens? Yes. Okay. All right. You'll be
You
fine.
get the idea, right? All right. And then Terminator's going to get sprinkled at the end. So you've seen that movie, right?
Only 3
You
people
haven't-
need to know that.
We're having a Terminator watch party if you haven't seen Terminator.
In lieu of a table read, watch this movie.
So I do want to ask you, we go through this whole Aliens thing, and then all of a sudden, when it turns to Terminator, we find this room, and then she gets like this, I don't even know what it is, a speak and spell or something, and it's a time machine to where they go back in Venice before all of this happened.
What is happening?
They sure did.
I wanted the movie to be over. I was like, I hope they travel back in time, or they do time travel, and that's like the end. No. It just keeps going. The movie is like, how this was at a point where I checked how much time was left, and there was still like 7 minutes left of the movie, and I went, this has felt like an eternity. No movie that is 90 minutes long should feel this long, but it did.
100% it did. It just kept going and going. And like Brad was saying, there are these lulls, and that just puts the brakes on any movie that just isn't interesting. Yeah. Brett's right. The worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Correct.
And
exactly.
This movie, that's
Thank
the greatest sin a movie could ever have, is that you're boring. I had enough entertainment sprinkled in through here that I stuck with it. And I was rewarded by some of the terrible acting and some of the the ridiculous aping of aliens. As they're in the room. They're
Oh yes.
in the
so close
room.
So many scenes where they're grabbing, they have their little thing being like, oh, they're outside the door. Then you're just like, oh my God, you just 100% just ripped it off.
Yeah. How dare you? You're no Bill Paxton. Stop it.
But I think, Brett, you've asked me before, like, what is it that, like, his movies and just bad movies appeal to me? And I just want to be entertained with them. And when you kind of lull me almost to sleep, like, yes, I'll probably watch it again just because I own it. But this is the lower tier of Mattei. 100% it is. Unlike Future, I will have an episode of this at some point.
That's a good one.
RoboWar, where it's dumb and it's a ripoff, but it entertains. And it's not just Predator, it's also RoboCop.
That's all I'm asking from these movies is just you got to give me something. You got to give me something to laugh at, to be entertained by, because I'm going to laugh. These are comedies to me. Bad
100%
movies like this should be like a comedy. I know that's not how the director wanted to make it. I know that's not what the actors are signing up for.
What do you mean?
But
That's
as
what
a viewer, knowing, expecting what I'm here to, like, you tell me Bruno Mattei, I expect bad, and I want to laugh. I want to laugh at the things that happen. And this just, it didn't give me any of that. And that's what's so disappointing, because I did the cardinal sin. There was moments I was looking at my phone because I do, and I would look up, and I know I didn't miss a damn thing.
Nothing.
It was nothing that I missed. There'd be it would just be them walking, or there'd be a conversation happening, which literally would go absolutely nowhere. Or anytime Sarah would talk, I literally was like, we can move on. They're like, I get she's the Ripley, and we're supposed to be like, yeah, she's a badass. She's not. She's not a badass. Nobody's a badass in this movie. Everybody is.
She's not just Ripley. She turns into Sarah Connor, is what she's supposed to be.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Hence her name. They even said they gave her that name because of that. Like she was going to be the Sarah Connor.
Oh my.
She's talking.
Now I feel dirty.
She's talking to the girl, Samantha, whatever her name is. She is looking at her, trying to have that, I'm not going to leave you. I will always be here.
That's right.
You don't have to worry about me leaving you. And I could just see her eyes glossing over, because she is just, it's like her soul is traveling somewhere else. Like, where are you? Hello? Like, you're still filming. Like, what is happening?
She's thinking about lunch. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's like, when is lunch?
Although a movie like this, they probably don't even get a catered lunch, so it's you got to buy your own.
They get like $5 per diem to McDonald's.
I was gonna say there was a strip mall down the street they got to go to. There's $5. It's 1989, so that would have got you a lot. I will say though, this as bad as this movie is and how disappointed I was, it's not going to deter me from checking out more Bruno Mattei, because I want to laugh, I want to be entertained, and I know that he has those movies in him. As much as I've talked crap about Cruel Jaws, and I'll talk about it again, it's just the fact is at least that had an entertainment value, and that's what I'm looking for, and I know that's what he's trying to do.
What bums me out with this one is that especially if you watch more of his movies, he uses a lot of stock footage, and just like Cruel Jaws, he'll take scenes from other movies. He doesn't care. And this movie, it's missing that.
I'm surprised.
Venice, yes, that's probably stock footage.
Sure. Yeah. You know what else is missing?
PA walking around filming things.
You know what else is missing?
What's that?
Boobs. No boobs.
There were 0 boobs.
Come on.
No boobs in Cruel Jaws either.
Well, that was more entertaining than this one. I'll jump on that boat.
But I will agree, though, if you give me something there,
if you're gonna bore me, at least give me something to look at here and there. But he's Mattei's. I think he's done straight up porn in the past, hasn't he? Isn't that on his
before
record?
Kind of this whole thing. His early movies were a lot of that.
Italian
a lot of
filmmaker.
Yeah.
Right.
Not surprised.
Right.
He did a few of the women in prisons movies where that's just straight up what those are. I haven't seen any of those.
Just exploitation.
Oh, yeah.
Foreign exploitation movies at best.
Yes.
Which makes American exploitation just like a regular movie.
Right.
Those Italian ones from like the 60s and 70s and 80s were it was one of those, if you put one on, you're like, do I need to report this to somebody that I just watched this to make sure I'm not flagged?
Am I going to get arrested?
Exactly. All right. So I think we've kind of railed on Shocking Dark, aka Terminator 2, and a host
it's
of
not worth
names.
walking through.
No. We don't need to walk through that. Here's the fun part. I want to see ratings. How would you rate Shocking Dark out of 5?
I guess I'll start. 1.
It's high to think about it.
And that's high.
1?
I was close to doing a half star on Letterboxd, and I decided against it. I said, you know what, I'll give it a star. And then I now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why? Why does it deserve a star? I don't have anything to legitimately give myself a good reasoning behind it, but you know what? I'm not going to change it. It's 1 star. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay.
Bruno Mattei films natively are a 1. They're bad movies. They are super low budget. They are poor quality, poor acting, blatant ripoffs. They're all a 1. So if I'm going to rate it on a Bruno Mattei scale from 1 to 5, I'm still going to go at 2. It's not one of his best.
No.
I'll get Cruel Jaws, and some of those zombie movies are real good in Bruno Mattei fashion. That is, I'm not. It's very hard to compare Bruno Mattei, you need to cluster him in this group of directors that are kind of the same in the same avenue. I think he's even a step below your John Waters or your Roger Cormans. He's on that level of Ed Wood, and that's if you like an Ed Wood movie, you're probably going to like what Bruno Mattei's doing because it feels like that kind of charm, that kind of gonzo filmmaking where they're just throwing shit at a wall and hoping something sticks, man.
That's exactly what it is. Like
using your friends as your actors, writing, using cocaine to write your scripts. I mean, it is when you say Bruno Mattei, that's what you're getting. Lucio Fulci, you're going to get a Fulci film. Sion Sono, you're going to get a Sion Sono film. It's hard to separate. It's hard to compare him to other directors because of his output and what he's produced.
And the funny thing is, he was like an editor and an assistant director for the likes of Fulci and all that before he was like making his own movies, which is wild.
Once he got on the director's chair, he just didn't care. I'm like, let's just get this done.
Yeah.
Let's
crank these things out.
How can we do this on the cheap?
Mm-hmm.
I originally gave this a 1.5 the first time I saw it. And that's probably where it'll stay. It's a 1.5. It has some entertaining moments that are hilarious. I mean, it's when it first comes on, it says the Tubular Corporation, and then one of your like Marines is like a surfer, and I'm just like, wow, you're not even hiding it at this point.
I was a little disappointed you didn't walk around the entire movie without a shirt on. I mean,
yeah.
Come on. Well, you started the movie without a shirt, finish it without a shirt.
Greta never wore a helmet. Everybody else did. She didn't.
She had a headband.
She had to have the
Vasquez.
And the monster needed to muss her hair a couple of times.
Yeah.
It was very cute.
I will say, Mo, my favorite part of this movie was when they're sitting at the computer in Terminator Man, before you find out he's a Terminator, he shows the screen, and it looks like a login screen. It says Tubular Corporation, and then it says like login or something, and then there's just nothing. And he's looking at it and talking about it like there is all this information about what they're trying to do, but yet they show the screen again and there's nothing there. And you're like, stop showing the screen, because now I know this guy. But then when the girl comes over and she's like, hey, clearly she knows how to use it. And so the girl's like, click, 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 click. And it's the same screen, but yet it actually pops up like DNA something. And I was like, that's more information than all the shit the guy was talking about when there was nothing there.
That's the charm of this movie.
Yeah. Some people will say charm. Some people, like Brett, will be like, why?
Why? Don't do this to me.
Just don't show
Why do you
the
hate
screen, man. And we had to watch it go Tubula.
Yes.
Wait. Click, 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 click. Corporation. And you're like, oh my God.
They got to fill that runtime. Otherwise, it's only a 40-minute movie.
90 minutes.
Was it that
They could have
long?
cut 15 minutes and it still would have been fine.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe.
71 minutes. I think it would have been perfectly fine movie at 71 minutes.
Yeah, it could have been tightened up easily. Yes, for sure. I want to thank both of you for coming on for the month of action. I know both of your shows are doing month of action, as well as a whole host of other shows. Our friends over at B Action putting this giant podcast Avengers team together doing the month of action. I have a blast with it. I had a total blast with it last year, and thank you guys for coming on for this year.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. We'll need to, if I may, I would love to do a Paul Naschy film with you.
He may have a few movies out there that I could choose from.
I'm a big fan of Paul Naschy. I love that man dearly. When we talk about ranking movies, as long as you know who the subject matter is, the Paul Naschy, you got to put him in his own category. Werewolves and leisure suits, baby.
Yes. I mean, it's Bruno Mattei is kind of his own little like bad director. Paul Naschy is, this whole different world, especially his movies, because I'm getting to a point where it's not just werewolf movies now. So before we head out, what are you guys doing for, I guess we're in the month of action. What is the month of action looking like for you guys? We'll go ahead and start with you, Pete.
I'm over there with Charlie at Give Me Back the Podcast. Anna and I do Act Crap once a month also. It's After Hours Cinema with Anna and Pete. And then my original podcast, Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, just recorded Violent Night. And that'll be dropping in the middle of July. So I've got 3 shows coming out.
Brett, what are you guys doing for the month of action?
July is also the month of Dan, since Dan is turning a milestone age in life.
Ew.
He got an entire month where he got to pick every single episode. We're only doing 2 month of action episodes this year, but the first one is Gunsmith Cats, which is an anime from the 90s. It was like 3 episodes that they kind of combined into a movie. I can't remember.
It's OVA or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we did that for our Dissect That Film podcast episode for Month of Action.
That one. Huh.
And then for the Monster Zone, which is our other show, we covered, it's an Ultraman movie, Mega Monster Battle, Ultra something.
Oh, I've got that.
Yeah, it's from 2009. It's insane. We actually had Dan and Angela's son, Victor, as another co-host. So that was chaos. I will warn everybody, that episode is utter chaos. So perfect. Wrap in as me, who does not watch anime or any of that stuff, as brought into that world for the first time. It's my first Ultraman movie. It's wild time. But yeah, that is what we're doing for the month of action.
I have maybe an extra one coming over here. I haven't decided yet, but on my YouTube, I will also be doing a Discs of the Damned for hardware for the Blu-ray that I have, because I absolutely love that movie, and I just got a Blu-ray of it, so I got to talk about it. That will do it for this episode of Tomb of Terrors. Make sure you follow. I'll have links to everybody's shows. Everybody who's doing Month of Action, just follow B Action. B Action will link you to everybody. We'll let you know who's doing it all out there, and follow along to all the awesome shows this July. I will be back soon with a brand new episode. Just snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.
That was one hell of an action sequence, soldier. I haven't seen shooting like that since the Battle of New Hope. The month of action couldn't have done it without you. Mission accomplished.